Welcome to Career 101. Today is Thursday, October the 3rd. Thank you for joining myself, Kristina Messenger, and also my awesome business partner, Ernesto Lopez. I'm located in McKinney, Texas, and Ernesto is located in North Lake. So glad that you're here. Ernesto, I also made you co-host, so if you want to man the letting people in for a few minutes, that would be awesome.
I'm on it.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can get started and respect everyone's time today. If you don't know why you're here, somebody loved you enough to invite you to what we call Career 101. This is a collaboration between Ernesto and I. We both have financial agencies, and we're part of Five Rings Financial. The name of my agency is Messenger Financial because my last name really is Messenger. And Ernesto and Gina Lopez's agency is Consulta Finance. They're located in North Lake, and they are pioneers in helping serve the Latino and the Spanish-speaking community. And we are excited that you're here. You might have, found yourself here for a number of reasons. Sometimes people come to us because they really are looking for a full career change. They're looking for that entrepreneurial lifestyle. And then other times people come to us because they're looking for what we call spare time income, part-time. They've realized that the crush of the economy over the last couple of years has taken a toll on the things they want to do. And they're looking for a sustainable way to serve their community and make an income that impacts their family. And so regardless of, exactly what brought you here today, you will know it by the end of this whether or not that you want to speak to us further about the journey and the quest and the mission that we're on here at Five Rings Financial. Some of the other things that bring individuals to this Career 101 is they have come to a place in their life where they're wanting to make a major contribution to a mission. They're wanting to give generously. They're wanting to be more appreciated and make an impact on earth for what they're doing. Sometimes also people want to spend more time with their family. Their current job has maybe gone back to from an in-home, work-at-home position to a back in the office after COVID. And what they found out is that when they were working from home, they enjoyed the flexibility of their schedule. They enjoyed being able to create their own schedule and having more time with their family. And then honestly, sometimes people are just looking for something new. They want a challenge. They want to lead and inspire others. And they're looking for a way to use their talents and their gifts. So regardless of what brought you here today, I want you to know that you're not alone. A recent Harvard study shows that 76% of people are looking for more permanent flexibility in the hours that they work and in the location. See, what COVID did for some of us is it gave us the opportunity to understand that we really could integrate our work life and our home life. We don't call it balance here, we call it work-life integration. Having balance in life is really a misnomer. You're going to be intentionally unbalanced or imbalanced, if you will, if you're an entrepreneur. But honestly, we can create a work schedule that honors your priorities here at Five Rings and also allows you to make a very sustainable and profitable income. You might be like 83% of people who want to prioritize their lifestyle. They want to travel more. They want to make memories with their kids. They want to be their kids' sports coach, or they want to be their kids' educator. Maybe you're like 86% of individuals that are looking to make an impact. They're looking to prioritize the outcome of their work here on earth over output. They're no longer chasing 60 hours. They're chasing what impact am I leaving? And they want to be part of a diverse team in doing that. They want to collaborate with their community. And then 82% of people are seeking prioritizing learning and development. They have found that in order for their impact to be made here on earth, that they really want to invest into learning and personal development. And regardless of why, you're here, I can say for Ernesto and I, all of these things make sense for us. That's why Five Rings has made sense for us. And we'll tell you a little bit about our story as we go along. This slide for me is very impactful because I was a widow at age 29, which is one of the reasons why I do what I do today. And when you think about the fact that our average lifespan is anywhere from, if we're a woman, we're going to live 7 years longer, but the average lifespan, men and women, is 78 years. And statistically, most of us will spend 90,000 hours working. That is a third of our life when you count in the commuting hours that are part of that. Because the average hours commuting are 8,000 during our lifetime. I recently showed someone this here in the DFW Metroplex, and they're like, you should double that if you live in DFW because of the traffic. And that might be the case. But even if it's just a third of our life, I think that we've reached a point in our world where we're now seriously looking at time and trading time for dollars. And if we're going to give a third of our life up, are we doing what we really want to do? Are we making the impact that we really want to make? Are we leaving the legacy that we came here to earth? For me, being a widow at 29, and then some of other life changes in my life, this particular slide really gets me to thinking, what else am I supposed to be doing here on earth? It's why I believe I'm a financial consultant, to be very honest. And so what are our options? For most of us, when we think about being a business owner, our options are opening a brick and mortar or a franchise, or starting like a direct sales or a network marketing. And what you see on this screen is the pros and the cons of both. See, when I became a widow at age 29, I had to make that decision as well of what are my options, because I worked in corporate America and I traveled 47 out of 52 weeks a year. And after my husband, left Earth, and it was just me and the two younger boys, I knew that I couldn't travel that much. So I was forced to look at these decisions myself. The decision I made was opening a brick and mortar. I opened a granite company. It took $180,000 to do so. I got a loan. I lived for 3 years off of my old 401k. I took no money for 3 years out of that company. The pros were that there was results, and yes, I had training in a system, but the cost was the debt that I went into, the 60-hour weeks. I was home every night, but I gave up a lot. I also earned no money out of that company for 3 years. Conversely, the other side of that I did take a look at was direct sales and network marketing. Now, I'm all for network marketing. I don't believe, though, that network marketing and the financial industry should go hand in hand. Five Rings Financial is actually a brick and mortar company. We are in every state. We are not a network marketing company. But maybe you've looked at network marketing in the past, and maybe you found some of the pros, that low entry fee. There's tons of potential to earn whatever income you want. But maybe you also found that you had to work a lot of hours. Inflation could hurt the product that you are, selling through direct sales. Maybe you realized you were giving a lot of time and a lot of effort and not receiving the income that you thought, because it does take a lot of time. It is network marketing. It's not net free marketing. And so, when we talk about the opportunity at Five Rings Financial, what I loved and what I saw 8 years ago, already being in the industry, I really saw the things that are checked off here on the screen as being the largest contributors to why this was a yes and a yes and a yes. There was no quotas. I could work from home and still be a wife and a mom first. I could plug into a local community of very driven entrepreneur mindset that met every week to help grow their business and move it forward. There was a very diverse team and a culture that really supported what my goals were. Had a flexible schedule. Again, I wanted to be, I got remarried in 2016 after being a widow for many years, but I wanted to be a wife and a mom first. So that flexible schedule was very important. They didn't care what their goals were. They said, what are your goals? So I got to have individualized goals. There was ongoing development programs. Every day that I turned around, I could plug in as much or as little as I wanted, and I could go as fast as I wanted. There was also leadership training. And of course, one of the ones for me are the last two. There were recognition and awards. You know, sometimes it feels good to know that not only are you helping your community with the products that we provide and the services that we provide, but we're being recognized for those efforts. And then I love to travel. So the free trips were like the cherry on top for me. But we have a proven system. And I think that so many people today, they're looking for a system. They know that they have talent, but they're looking for a way to dive in and to do more. Ernesto, what were some of the things on this screen that really attracted you and Gina, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, for me, it was more situation based. So I'm a retired Army officer, West Point graduate. And so when I retired out of the military, I had some health issues. And so those health issues advanced pretty quickly. And so I was looking for something that was flexible, where I could work from home. And I wasn't really sure if this was going to be the thing for me at first. I was like, hey, I can start helping people with money and I can do stuff while I'm recovering. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the culture and just the way that I was able to plug in and not have to be physically at an office all the time. And so at the beginning, that was a thing that really drew me in. And then as we continued to have success, I was like, man, I can do this and I can create a career. And my wife and I have been very successful in this business. And all the things that Kristina has here checked off, being able to work from home, leadership development is something that is huge for us. Reading and getting the recognition when you're doing something great. And we have a saying in our company that you only get recognized in the corporate world for screwing up. Well, here we recognize everything. We recognize the little things you do, the first piece of business, when you get your licenses, when you do all the little things that are helping you, and that little bit of encouragement in front of your peers is what projects you along. And so that's something that is huge when you're getting into an industry that you may or may not be familiar with.
So good. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
And so, why us? Why now? Well, as you'll learn here in a moment, I was a previous business consultant. And so when I took a look at Five Rings, I was actually already licensed. I had been working in the industry, specializing in final expense and mortgage protection because that was my story after being a widow at 29. And when I looked at Five Rings Financial, what made me say yes and go all in was because the market had been identified. See, so many of us, we say yes, but we don't really do our research on, what is the market like? Well, this is 130 million target market size. Five Rings Financial is focused on helping middle America, the forgotten ones when it comes to wealth and financial planning. 70% of middle Americans need what we have to offer, and 30% of them don't have enough. In our industry, 25 years ago, there was 1.2 million safe money strategy financial consultants and life insurance agents that served our market. Today, there are less than 500,000. In order for us to just stay on pace, this year alone, we need to be able to hire 47,000 financial consultants and life insurance agents. What we do matters. The rest of the industry, most industries are progressing at a 3 to 4% growth rate. Our industry is progressing at a 6% growth rate. So there is sustainability in what we do. The market value itself is a $12 trillion segment today and a $9 trillion segment 20 years from now. So there is forecasted for there to be over $20 trillion available for us to build our financial and our life insurance practice on. Again, if you're not familiar with the financial market, 130 middle Americans need us. They need what we offer. That's a huge opportunity for you. And how do we do that? Ernesto, I wondered if you might share, how we do it and what makes us unique with our products and services.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the primary things, and we call this our pillar product, which is something called an indexed account. An index account is comparable to an IRA, a 401k, or any of those types of pre-tax accounts. But these are after-tax vehicles, very similar to a Roth IRA. But in comparison to the Roth IRA, you can save as much money as you want, and it can be completely tax-free when you get to age 65. Most people get to age 65, and I just met with a client earlier today, and we're projecting money. And if you retire with $1 million in a 401k, there's something in the financial industry called the 4% rule. And that rule says, hey, don't take out more than 4% of your money so it doesn't run out. Well, 4% of $1 million is only $40,000. That doesn't sound like a millionaire to me. And then when you incorporate taxes, and let's assume you're in the 28% tax bracket, you're going to get about $28,000 after taxes, but you're a millionaire. And so if you stash that money into a tax-free vehicle, when you get to 65, you get to keep all that money tax-free. And that's one of the most important things of an index account is to be able to save money. Yeah, keep participating in your IRA, keep participating in your 401k. Do some of that, but let's get some balance in there and make sure that you have some non-taxable money also. And then on the other side of the column here, living benefits. Kristina was talking about there's a lot of people in our country that have life insurance, but they don't have the right kind of life insurance. And that life insurance is living benefits life insurance. This is the kind that you don't have to die to use. So kind of going back to my story, I'm a retired Army major. I had life insurance. When I got out of the military, my life insurance from the military transferred over, but I didn't have the right kind. I just had the traditional kind. If I would have had living benefits, I would have gotten a check for $350,000 so that I could have paid off my house, my cars, and focused on getting better, but I didn't have that. And that's something that there's a ton of people out there that are already insured with term life insurance, but they don't have the right kind. So think about the opportunity that we have to just go engage with those people and say, hey, do you have the right kind of life insurance? I'd like to introduce you to something called living benefits, which has only been around for about 25 years. And all of these companies that don't offer it are going to become dinosaurs. So we have to make sure that we're engaging with all the population in our country. And I don't know what the current numbers are, but I know somewhere between 350 to 400 million people in our country. There's a lot of people that need this, and there's a lot of people waiting and praying for us to come out and just say, hey, maybe you can change my life, and they don't even know it. And so just by engaging with them and saying, hey, this is something that we offer, we can really help a lot of people.
Absolutely. And I think the cool thing is we get to earn, additional income while helping others in our community that need us. And that
Absolutely.
is truly a blessing.
One more thing before you go on, Christina, if you go
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
always tell people that are in different sales type things. You can sell houses, you can sell cars, you can sell pharmaceuticals. There's nothing that pays more money than being in the business of money. And when you're actually working with people and moving their money and doing things like that, you're going to get paid handsomely, but you're working with folks' money. Their money is important to them, but there's no real um, exchange of hey, you're not giving them a house, you're not giving them a car, but you're getting them into a better position. You're going to get compensated very, very well for this. So if you want to make a high level of income and help people, and that's what your heart is, you can do that here.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we offer index accounts. We do rollovers for annuities. Help create lifetime income. We do business planning, help protect small business owners. We work with parents to create $1 million babies. And then we do living benefits and, life insurance. So we have a number of different things. If you have a passion for a certain segment, you'll hear just a moment that sometimes people specialize or focus on one area of our business, but we have many different areas that you can choose from. So, who are we looking for? Honestly, top performers, those individuals who are willing to learn a new skill set and to be coached. The only reason that I am successful today is because I have failed forward. I have fallen and I have gotten back up and say, hey, coach me again. And I've learned new skill sets. I was a business consultant prior, but I didn't have the skill sets of the financial industry. We are looking for people that are committed to taking action and making changes in their life. Being an entrepreneur sounds like so much fun, and it is, but there are certain things that successful entrepreneurs do every day in order to be successful. So, are you committed to taking action? There's so many different um, and influencers or coaches out there that will say, when once you learn to live outside of your comfort zone, then you're really living. And that is absolutely true. I also think it's important to be able to set your ego aside and become the best version of yourself. Have that beginner's mindset. come in and say, you know, how can I learn to meet more people and help people? And what can I do to really enhance my community? So those are the type of people that we're looking for. We're also looking for those people that, you know, already have all of that skill set, but they're just not making the income at their current job. They know that they are meant for more. They know that they're meant to help more people, and they just need the right vehicle to do so. Anything you want to add to that, Ernesto?
Yes, we're also looking for people that just have a heart and a passion for helping people. There's a lot of people in this world that are just waiting for you to come along. And so people that fall in love with our company are those types of people that just want to help and just will give the shirt off their back to help somebody. And those people are always top performers in our company. And being a top performer might not be something that drives you, but helping people might. And then we also have a lot of fun here. So if you're that type of person that is like, man, I just want to be around people that fill my cup up and you just fill my energy bucket up. This is a place you want to be because we have a lot of fun, and we get to travel and party at a different lifestyle after we earn all of our trips and after we do all the hard work. So these you can find a place here whether you're a top performer, you want to help somebody, you want to have fun, or you just want to go out there and go through a process of helping people with their money.
Yep, so good. So this is how we're different. We have a core, you know, focus on indexed accounts and living benefits, which are unique solutions. Our model at Five Rings Financial is that it's education versus selling. So sometimes people will come to us and they're like, what are we selling? And honestly, what you're doing as a life insurance agent or a financial consultant is you are inviting people to one of our core classes: Money 101, Wine, Women, and Wealth, Mommy, Money, and Me, Business Boot Camp. And you're inviting them and allowing them to first learn about the services that we offer and actually learn concepts that most people don't know about. We also very much have an ease of doing business together, an ease of connecting with our clients and our community, an ease of doing business with them. We're a nationwide company in every single state. A lot of times we get accused of being a personal development company that just happens to sell financial services on the side. Our CEO, all the way through our entire company, is very personal development driven. You will sometimes come to meetings and you're thinking, am I learning about the financial industry or am I learning how to be better today? The answer is yes and yes. So a lot of development and leadership here. And then we're very collaborative. What you're seeing today, Ernesto and I have two separate complete businesses with inside of Five Rings Financial, but we are collaborative. We work together. We understand that as the water rises, so do all ships. So we're here to help you. We know that it's an 18-month to a 24-month learning curve, and you're going to need us and others alongside of you to, you know, be there on those bad days. And so you'll find out that there's many of us come from different backgrounds. We're very multicultural, but at the end of the day, we're on a mission and a quest to provide value to our communities while earning a very sustainable and profitable income. I wanted to highlight a couple of our stories here today. You've heard from me, so I'll wrap up at the end, but I wanted to talk about Ginger, who's also on here today. Ginger actually is a mom and a caretaker. She has a heart and a passion for the senior community, those over age of 55. She focuses on solutions in Medicare, solutions in protecting their retirement, solutions for making sure that they can leave the legacy that they want. She is very passionate about making sure they're educated in all of the things that once we turn 50, 55, and 60, that we need to know about living our wealthy lifestyle. But she's a mom first, and her heart for her community is recognized because she took one of our events, Wine, Women, and Wealth, and she has opened that in her community and is being a pillar and the expert there to help women understand the concepts of financial education and strategies that maybe other moms didn't know about. And then I'm going to let Ernesto talk about him and his wife, but he is a retired Army major. She was a nonprofit executive. They live in North Lake. And Ernesto, what would you like to share about your story?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I retired out of the military, and completely saw that I was going to into the corporate sector. Obviously, I went to a top school in the nation, and so I saw myself climbing the corporate ladder. And I took a job at Dr. Pepper here in the local area where we live, and everything indicated that I was going to go to the become a CFO or COO or CEO eventually, because I was in the program that was going to take us to those heights. And 18 months after I retired, I was 100% on dialysis. And so for me, it was a situational need of, okay, I got to provide for my family. And what I used to have, I just lost 60% of my income. And that's part of the reason why we focus on helping people with living benefits, because the number one reason that people go bankrupt is because they get sick and they can't work for a year or 2 years. And that was my situation. And so we lost 60% of our income. We were trying to make all of our money stretch. And so out of necessity, I got into this industry so that I could work from home, still provide for my family, and still do my dialysis treatments. And so 8 years later, I'm still here. My wife and I have been top five in the company for several years in a row. And we're building an organization. We moved out to North Lake. We've completely paid off all of our debt. And it's something that is really changed my life. My priorities in life are God, my family, and then work. And so I always make sure that work doesn't take priority over those things. And we structure our lifestyles around that, around those top three priorities. And so for us, for my wife and I, this is something that has been a blessing. We get to work together. So when it's time to go on vacation, we just go. We don't ask anybody, we just go. And so for us, it's been a huge blessing to do this together. I'm not going to say it's easy to work with your spouse, but it's definitely worth it. So thank you, Kristina, for allowing me to be on and being able to share my story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And what I love about this is that we all come from such diverse backgrounds. Ginger is joining us. She's looking at, spare time, part-time income. She wants to transition into full-time. Ernesto and Gina, they came in now full-time and working while maintaining their priorities. And then I'm going to have to change my picture here. My husband has just recently joined me. But I am a wife and a mom first. That is my number one job here on earth. And then I was previously a business consultant before becoming a full-time financial consultant. I too have been in the top five of the company for the last 5 years. I'm one of $14 million agencies here in the company. I love not only serving my community with Wine Women and Wealth, but I love helping women create six-figure incomes through this industry specifically. I have a big vision of doing that so that I can live my purpose here on earth, which is to open an orphanage in Costa Rica in my special needs son name that he passed away, just to let his legacy live on, right? And but I think that what's important is that in the picture that I have represented here is this is my life. I am love to travel, but I'm able to integrate being away with my family on the beach and also serving the community and serving my clients because of the ease of technology in doing this business. And so those are just a few stories of several of us here at Five Rings Financial. So what's next, right? Are you ready for a test drive? We often say that people don't wake up and, say, hey, I'm ready to be a financial consultant, or gosh, I've been waiting my whole life to be a life insurance agent. So what we would like for you to do is test drive us. It's one thing for Ernesto and I to tell you how awesome this is. It's another thing for you to come to our events, for you to have the aha of, wow, this is very impactful information that you're teaching. For you to attend one of our fast start sessions. In the month of October, we have a fast start session that just started last week. So you're able to jump in and learn how to really create a business from the ground floor and design your personal business plan of action, regardless if you want to do full-time or maybe you only want to work 5 hours a week. We encourage you, if you're in the DFW area, to visit us on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. at our office in McKinney for agent training. If you live outside of that area, we do also have a Zoom link for that. And then, we ask that you commit to change because we understand that our industry does require learning. It is like drinking out of a fire hose for the first 18 to 24 months. The great thing is that our company provides what we call field training. So unlike some financial consulting companies and life insurance companies where they just teach you a flip chart and then throw you out to the wolves, you actually partner with a senior person like Ernesto or I or Ginger, or maybe somebody that invited you to this call. And we are there every step of the way to make sure that you know the next step for you. And then when you tell us, hey, I'm ready to meet with clients on our own, then we bless you out. But you're never going to be forced to do it completely on your own. You'll have a team, you'll have a mentor, you'll have a business partner. So if you're serious about, either working with us part-time and helping your community or becoming a top performer, make sure to text the person who invited you to this call so we can talk about the next steps. And with anything, this is not a get rich quick. We are a brick and mortar financial company. Our headquarters is in Littleton, Colorado. My office is in McKinney. Ernesto's office is in Northlake, but it will require a commitment. Entrepreneurship is not free. The rent of entrepreneurship is paid every day with the actions that you take in your business. And I'll just tell you, expect challenges. With anything, there are going to be challenges. It might be learning, a new system on how to do business. It might be learning to network or, living outside of your comfort zone. Be ready to live outside of your comfort zone for the next year to 2 years. But success does live out there outside of that comfort zone also. And when you embrace that uncomfortableness, I promise you, that is when you will receive the success that you've always desired, that you've always wanted. And then the other thing that both Ernesto and I can't say enough is that we can promise you on the other side of those challenges, on the other side of living outside of your comfort zone, there is a personal fulfillment. There is a personal joy bucket that exudes because the end is worth it. In the people that we help protect, in the money that we help save because we are a safe money strategy company, in the faces that are delighted and joyful that their kids are protected, that their wealth is protected, in the tears of our clients that say thank you. Living outside of our comfort zone and going through those challenges was completely worth it. And so with that, I want to say thank you for being here. I want to turn it back to Ernesto for any final words that he may have, but I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. And I look forward to meeting you in the future, either online or in person. Ernesto, it's over to you to close this out.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to meeting some of y'all, and this is something that is scary, but it's worth it. And so I'm just excited for all of you. If you choose to take that next step, I'm sure we're gonna meet face to face, and hopefully I'll get to shake your hand or give you a hug. So looking forward to seeing y'all.
Sounds great. Everyone have a very blessed day, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.